Hi Cancer, welcome to your Should You Reach Out video reading for May 11th through June 10th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below as well. Okay, I got 3 things. All right, I'm gonna talk for a minute here. Firstly, thank you for the 100K subscribers. It was my number was 40,000, and I thought if I got to that, I'd be really doing something. And then it just kept growing, and I just kept my head down and kept working. And it was like you look up and it's like, oh my god, what do I do now? And for me to alleviate that, I work. So there were a lot of nights up at 1 in the morning cleaning the house. But thank you. It's a landmark, or it's one of those benchmarks that I know on the back end they count it. But for me, my number was 40,000. And I've been content since, but I've also been amazed at how it's grown. So truly, thank you for that. Secondly, Tyler's Tarot does this reading also. He even titles it, Should You Reach Out. I made up my own spread, and I have just recently put this into my rotation, but he's been doing it for quite some time. So props to the original, the OG. Much love and support to him. And if you don't know who he is, or if you haven't checked him out, let's be honest, have you really not? I do have his link in the description box below. Much love and support to him again, and check him out if you haven't already. Like and subscribe. I have 2 for the recommended reader shoutouts. Goes to Tarot Tortuga and Lit Souls Journey Tarot. And I will have their links in the description box below, and much love and support to them as well. Check them out. Give them a like and subscribe if you like. And now we can get to... did I say everything about this? Yeah, I did. Okay, all right. Now we can get to the reading, Cancer. All right. That was 2 minutes. Okay. All right, Cancerian. Stop it. All right. Should you reach out? You featured, just saying, but you featured in Pisces reading. But I also, let's be honest, there's a lot of cards here that could be Pisces. Not a lot, but there's a couple of cards, more so than just one. Like, I think there's only 1 card for Sag, but there's quite a few for Pisces and Cancer, as well as Scorpio. So you did feature in Pisces reading, but it could be just the emotional nature of the reading. Lots of cups. All right. Cancer, should you reach out? Cards are well shuffled. Cannot argue with myself about that. Cancerian. The Sun, which featured twice in the Pisces reading. The Sun. Problems resolving, conflict resolution, things working out. This is the Yes card. Okay. All right. Sun. Okay. So we got the 7 of Cups here. They have not really made sense of this falling out or this situation since you two have had the falling out or the situation. So while you might be thinking that you're there, or that they're your other person, they are still kind of emotionally rattled or kind of in upset over this. It could be 2 things. And obviously lay more cards out, but it kind of feels like they don't want to get down to the nitty gritty of how they feel. So they're kind of keeping the things circulating, and, but it also could be that they don't, so they don't want to, so they've just left it alone. But it could also be that they're doing it deliberately so they don't have to deal with their feelings. All right, so let's see. The Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups. Gotta make sure I've got Cancerian on the brain here. This is Sagittarius, Leo. This could be Leo. Gotta make sure I keep this about Cancerian. Don't start reading for, I got the moniker stuck in my head and then I start going off on a tangent. Page of Cups, 10 of Swords, 2 of Wands, 7 of Swords, 6 of Swords. Oh, ouch. Sorry. I'm going to be very interested to see what this means right here. I hear my cat. Just saying. I don't know if she's going to make an appearance. But, all right. So what's this? Cancerian, if you reach out, I don't know that they're receptive. I think they're kind of hands off about it. Oh boy. What's this Wheel of Fortune? I'm coming off of the high of the Pisces reading. All right, what's this Wheel of Fortune here for Cancerian? They're still mad about whatever falling out you've had or ending. They're still just right here, this right here, Temperance, Wheel of Fortune, and this is a fixed energy, okay, because we got all the 4 fixed signs here. Anything could happen, certainly open to anything, but they're not. This could be about letting their guard down, but this right here feels like they have all the appearances of letting things go and being whatever, but behind the scenes they're mad as hell. That's what it kind of feels like. It kind of feels like this person, it could be that they're letting go of, they're not keeping their guard up, they're letting go, they're letting their guard down, they're willing to talk. It could be that, but it could also be the Nine of Wands upright, like really ultra, like this could be completely just, because this is still a chance. This is courage, resilience showing up. This is, I'm not giving away nothing, I'm mad as hell, and I'm only showing up to fight type of thing. So what's this Ace of Cups about? This Ace of Cups for Cancerian. What's this Ace of Cups about? Stop it. Rude. What's Ace of Cups about for Cancerian? Just so you know that the 5 of Swords was also going to jump out, but I caught it, so it technically didn't jump, but it did jump. I can find it and put it here. But that would be that they were thinking, well, I got some stuff to take care of and business to do, and I got to make some decisions. I got to start working on cutting out things in my life that don't work for me. So, I don't think their opinion has changed after this falling out. This could be new, or it could be a while ago, but the person still feels like they're very present in how they first felt when this falling out happened. It feels like they were immediately interested in other things and wanting to go find security elsewhere. They were open and wanting to find security elsewhere. What's this Page of Cups about? What's this Page of Cups about, Cancerian? What's this Page of Cups about? It's this Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands. We got 2 Knights of Wands there. That's in its pure form, right? What's this 10 of Swords? Oof. This 10 of Swords. We got the 2 angels at boobies. Boobies. We've got 2 angels here. I don't think they've changed. Is this recent? Is this recent, or is this, because I don't feel like they've changed their position. I still feel like whatever issues, they just buried them. They haven't dealt with it. So the healing or distance has only come in time. It hasn't really been that they've grown from it, or that they've made some changes, or that they've made this could be Sag, Leo, Aquarius. So Cancerian, if you're thinking about reaching out, I think they want absolution, or maybe they want to know that you were as affected as they were, but I feel like they just have taken what happened and they've wanted to move on from it. We've got the Ace of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and 2 Knights of Wands here. It's like they wanted to they're like, all right, well, I'm just going to go get my emotional needs met somewhere else. I'm going to look for stability somewhere else, because this is all about emotion, unblocked emotions, like free-flowing emotion. Could be falling in love, let's be honest. But in light of these 2 right here, I don't think this is somebody that still loves you and wants to make a small offer back into the fold. I think this is someone that's just like, well, maybe I haven't been getting my needs met for this situation for quite some time. I'm going to be on the move looking for it elsewhere as we speak. Like it's almost like, okay, well, whatever happened, yep, I knew it was time to go anyway. Because this is a very calm departure. This is a very calm withdrawal right here. This is things in moderation, things being purposeful, things restoring balance, healing, that sort of thing. So it looks like they felt like they needed that anyway, and so when things ended, they were just like, yep, I'm ready to look elsewhere. I'm ready to start building my security elsewhere, making a small offer elsewhere, because we've got the Knight of Wands, and this one's on the move, this one's on the hunt, and they might want to know that how you feel, or that you're sorry, that you're remorseful, that you were sad. Maybe they felt like you didn't care. Maybe that's why it was so easy for them to detach and just walk away and look for it elsewhere, because this is about needing to heal. But and we've got the need to heal right here after an ending. So, boobies. I think they might just want to hear that you are sad as well, but that's there. We got that Ten of Swords there. What's his Seven of Swords? What's his Seven of Swords? I don't like it when it gets blurry like that. There it is. What's his Seven of Swords? What's this? Seven of Swords and Two of Cups. Huh. Is this them looking for a relationship online? Looking for that next committed partnership online? Because here you are thinking that they're still your person, that there's going to be conflict resolution. Is this them reaching out to you online? Or is this, I mean, are they planning to reach out to you? What's this Two of Wands? This Two of Wands. There's Pisces. Doesn't have to be Pisces. It could just be somebody leaving things in limbo. Yeah, don't do it, Cancerian. No reaching out for you. It's not going to be what you think it is if you do. Your job is to, nope, leave it alone. We've got the Temperance here, and we got the Hangman here. Leave it alone. And we got the Two of Wands. Waiting, watching, that sort of thing. Making future plans. If you're thinking about it, suspend those plans. If you're thinking about reaching out, What's this Six of Swords? Yeah. No reaching out for you. We've got the Two of Wands, the Hangman, the Six of Swords, and the Hermit here. This is about you being in reflection, you transitioning to a healthier place about this. This could be why you've got optimism on the brain, is because you're like, you know what, I've been doing a lot of soul searching, and things are starting to look different for me. I'm coming out of the emotional part of it, and I'm able to use my logic and intuition to, help me make decisions that are wise for me. This could be that with the help of friends. But anything you were thinking of doing with your past person or whoever this falling out was with, no. You need to just leave that in suspension. Whatever the situation was, it was more than you knew, and it was out of your control, and there's nothing you can do about it. Even though you keep trying to maybe negotiate it or keep trying to make decisions or make it, but nope. Eventually making plans with this for this situation would involve the other person, and they're this, nope, look at that. There's Temperance, and there's the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Wands, and them looking for love elsewhere, which we see up here too. This looks like they're looking online. But this is this them being, okay, is this them strategically working their way back to you? Because they do want to know how you feel, and this could be hope that things will work out after the ending. But we got the Knight of Wands here twice, doubling down on that, which is being on the hunt for a new, committed, connected, unified love, which is what they were open to down here as well. So I think we got the Swords, so that could be the online component. There could be something too about them. This feels shady to me. Hold on. What's this Seven of Swords about with the Two of Cups? This could be like they kind of... Is it that there was... All right. So they haven't dealt emotionally. They really haven't touched how they felt about the ending with you. They just, for all intents and purposes, backed away from it. But there's been no movement, there's been no growth, there's been no anything. We got the Hangman here and the Temperance. So is it that they're going to try to hide that part of themselves that was so off-putting in the relationship or in the connection, or they're going to hide that history from this new, like they're not, I don't know, this Seven of Swords has me worried here. What's this Seven of Swords? It's this Seven of Swords. See that? Six of Cups. Two things. This could be your past, or sorry, their past. So this could be Cancerian, that they are going to be strategically working their way back to you, and it's going to start with online communication. But there's more that you don't know about what's gone on, or there's more that to be found out, or this is them trying to find another unified partnership or soulmate connection, but they're going to be hiding things about their past, which maybe they hid from you, and that's why it led to the falling out or the separation. So it doesn't look like there's, again, it doesn't look like there's been any growth, because they've just kind of taken this ending and been like, okay, yeah, I'm just going to go immediately try to replace that with somebody else. I'm going to put everything about this on the shelves. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to deal with it. I'm going to let the confusion swirl and shut the door on it. And I'm going to get out there and try to find somebody else. But I'm going to hide my past from them. And this is them on the hunt. So yeah, it might go a long way for you reaching out. It would offer them absolution, or they would feel like, okay, well, you know, thank you for the, now I can heal properly. But it doesn't look like you're advised to do so. I mean, we've got the Hangman, we got Temperance, we got the Wheel of Fortune. These are all cards of passivity and also of being introspective. You are being protected from something, but you just don't know what. Okay? Things have changed. There's been, intuitively, it just feels like, you know what, no matter how much you might want things to work out, you've got good ideas about how you could resolve this with this person, or you're optimistic. Reconnecting with them is not the answer. Rather, forward movement after a long period of introspection is, but not forward movement with them. Something, and it's because there's this component about this other person that they're not willing to look at their past. They keep hiding it from people, and it keeps interfering in a present relationship. There's something, perhaps it's something about balance. Perhaps it's something about that they just, you know, don't want to be with just one person. But there's a part of themselves, part of their past, whatnot, that they keep hidden, that they don't deal with, and it keeps interfering with the relationships. But again, this could be them wanting to strategically work their way back to you, but I think this is more about the past interfering with relationships, and so they're constantly ready to just kind of withdraw peacefully and go on the hunt and look for new stability somewhere else. They're constantly looking for someone else, because it's almost like their involvement has a shelf life, because this is going to continually, the Six of Cups and the Seven of Cups are going to continually interfere with any kind of connection. All right. What else for Cancerian? For Cancerian. For Cancerian. And the fact that they would just want to know that you're hurting too, or that you're sorry, or that that you would offer absolution. It's not that it's an ego thing, but that's the only piece that they're hung up on. Everything else they're okay with letting go, but they just want to. And so that to me is also kind of an ego thing. Like there's kind of an ego thing going on here, because this is all about, we got the Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups, and it's like they would want to know that you were hurting too, or that you were sorry, that you would, that hopefulness, that needing to heal or whatnot, that wishful thinking. But it's not anything more than that. I think there's something about the ego there that they kind of need to be soothed, that they need to feel better. They need to know that it meant something to you too, or that you're hurting too. But other than that, there's nothing more. It's not like, well, great, then we can work this out, right? We're on the same emotional page. It's not that. It just would make them feel better to know that it affected you significantly like it did them. But then did it if they're so easily ready to move on? All right, Cancerian. What else do they need to know? Knight of Pentacles. This is the card of physical relations only, just like a purely sexual relationship, or this is an offer of stability, or this is things being stagnant and stuck. I think this is you two at a stalemate. You two, this person doesn't seem like they're wanting really to reconnect. They only want the emotional absolution because deep down they might feel some sort of guilt or like lack because this situation ended badly, or they, you know, because here they are mad as hell, right? Or at least not emotionally connected to the situation, at the very least not emotionally connected to the situation anymore. So, but other than wanting some kind of absolution, they might not have changed at all. They're stuck, and you might be feeling stuck. But we got movement here for you. We got resolution and movement after some introspection, and they're on the hunt, but that's not really growth so much. I mean, it's movement, but it's not really growth. This right here is growth. But this, the sun and the Six of Swords and the Hermit, that's growth. But this, sorry, this right here, that's just moving away from a situation. It's not really growth. Right. Perhaps you're both stagnant because you're both still stuck on this. I don't know. This could be a solid offer, but it doesn't feel like it. I mean, if we look at it from this sense, like someone strategically working their way back to you, it could be a solid offer, right? But as far as you reaching out to them, What's this for a Cancerian? Wow. Ouch. Clouds and cross. Clouds in your coffee. Okay. Clouds and cross. This relationship has never been even keel or stable. It might have felt that way, but that could have been just that it was stagnant. And that there was, you know, the ideas of stability. You might have thought you wanted the same thing. You thought you were on the same page. It might have felt, or not felt, but looked by all intents and purposes like it could have been stable. But this is saying that it never, not that it never was, but that a large part of it was not built on solid ground. There's always been, not always, this could have been a relationship that was never too far from problems or uncertainty, and that it just became too challenging and painful and disappointing. Perhaps you two could never find your footing. Perhaps this showed up because stability was the issue in the relationship for you, Cancerian, that things never got to be stable. There was never that assured security and stability and slow, steady growth for the future. It was always stormy and uncertain and just very challenging. What else for Cancerian? What else for Cancerian? Okay, so we've got the Knight of Swords reversed, and we've got the Nine of Wands. So this, yeah, nope. This right here is like, it's either no forward movement at all, no inspiration, no drive, no anything, nothing, which could be the Hanged Man here and the Two of Wands. And also the Nine of Wands, that's about just, it's in this case, it would be too much has happened. There's no, So this right here, this could be, you know how I said that this was either, this is beyond mad, like this, you know, the other way is kind of defensive and guarded. This is like beyond that. This is pissed and loaded for bear, and the only reason I'm showing up is to, you know, throw down. This could be the same thing, that any kind of communication would be very heated and reckless and not productive at all. It could be very emotionally abusive and cruel to be in contact with this person again, because it's just going to be an explosive fight because somebody is still mad as hell. The only reason they would be showing, they would be very guarded, and they wouldn't be it wouldn't be anything about forward movement or resolution, having words to clear the air. It would be very unproductive conversation because of either how you feel or the way they feel. This Nine of Wands here. Just saying. All right, Cancer, I'm sorry. Boy, Pisces got a really good reading, and I was hopeful, and I mean, but this, I was just coming off the high of that, and it was like, well, hey, because you featured over there, so maybe, nope. It's best for you to just keep on keeping on like you've been doing. Good for you. And if you're on the fence about reaching out, keep being on the fence, but don't do it, because it looks like stability, things being on solid common ground was definitely an issue. And they would be, You reaching out to them would only serve as a balm to kind of ameliorate their ego or kind of make them feel better to know that, yeah, it was significant for you also, but I don't think they have any use for reconnection or reaching out. They're willing to let things lie the way they are. They feel like there's nothing they can do about the situation, honestly. All right, Cancer. I hope this was helpful. I wish it was better news. I'm sorry. I hope to see you again in the next reading. You take care.